Hey everyone, welcome. How's everyone doing today?
All the time. Right now, we've lied several times.
All right.
Actually, Miss Martinelli, you are outrageous.
Right.
You sound like a fool.
I don't, because I know what I'm saying.
Are you trying to sound like a fool? You sound like a fool.
I'm trying to sound what it is.
You sound like a fool.
That's your opinion, not
No,
mine.
my opinion's the only.
So, don't these people sound like fools? Hey Moon, hey Missy K. So, don't these people around here sometimes sound like fools? And sometimes the people around here will sound a little like this.
Yeah, that was
Triggered in meltdown mode. Yeah, that about sums it up. But here's the thing. For some reason, I'm banned over at Eli's under my main channel, so I had to go under my truth bombs. So we all know what's going on. I'm not going live to support Eli. I'm not going live to support everything he says, everything he does. I find most of the stuff he says to be cringe, idiotic, sexist, sometimes racist. Everyone knows this. He acts like a total imbecile. And we also observed over the years that he used to get easily triggered over the dumbest shit. We all know that. But now we got these people that are taking a step way too far. Years ago, we had a group that were printing out flyers, falsely accusing Eli of being the P word. Now, for one, that is not true. He is not on the registry. And two, it is totally wrong to do that. And possibly criminal if something actually happened to Eli. And I'm sure the people who we all know who did that. I don't have to point a finger at the scuzz buckets who did that incident. We all know who did that. We don't stop. Nah, nah, nah. No, we don't stop. The pieces of shit. So they have to sit there because they hate Eli to the point where they have this passion. They do things without any self-respect or do things without any moral integrity at all. Hey, Shay. So they have no morals when they start their shit with Eli. So if you want to deal with Eli, fine. You can make you can restream him. You can argue with him on this platform. All right. You know, it's YouTube after all. But when you get to the point where you have to go real life and hand out flyers and make criminal threats, there's something mentally wrong with you. Now, Eli made some threats to me. He threatened to strike me several times for restreaming his ass. But I'm not going to sit there and respond by doing some of the shit Tammy and J-Rom have been pulling. Now, tonight I went into Eli's chat. I went back and forth. Tonight, okay, it's not because I support Eli's content or because I like the guy, but there comes a time where right is right and wrong is wrong. And J-Rom, Coach J-Rom, is in the wrong here. You don't sit there on a live stream and make fucking criminal threats to somebody. What a stupid imbecile. What are you asking for, J-Rom? A restraining order? If you look in that portal, J-Rom, he already got one on Trim Hits. Or whatever you want to call that SOB. Because he decided to be a criminal. He decided to be a smartass. So, Coach J-Rom. Okay? I remember the night when Kimball's gave you a wrench on her channel. And I was like, what the hell is she thinking? Giving you a wrench. Wasn't a very good idea. But if I really think about it, it makes perfect sense. She doesn't like you. She hates Eli more. Hey, Navigator. So these people hate Eli to the point where they say, okay, morals don't count. We can go real life. We can make as many threats of harm as we want to. We can break the law and nobody will care. And I've been seeing on these streets that many people don't care. All right? Many people don't care that the law is being broken because it's Eli after all. He's being threatened. He's being stalked. Oh, It's only Eli, right? We all know what comes out of his mouth. We know what to expect of him. He's totally predictable. We know what cringe words are going to come out of his mouth day after day. But just because it's Eli, people turn a blind eye. I'm sorry. I'm not going to turn a blind eye to this criminal shit. All right? He's splashing full. So if you want to sit there, so to these people that want to sit there and push the live button and start saying, oh, I'm going to come over to your house and beat the crap out of you. Okay? Don't cry and whine when you get served a damn restraining order. And when your words are recorded, screen recorded, or your live is downloaded as evidence. Hey, Witchy, don't sit there and cry and whine. Okay? Don't sit there and whine and cry because you can't keep your mouth shut. And you can't do things somewhat decently. You can't carry yourself like a human being on here. I'm not going to sit there and support when these motherfuckers go too far. Now, I'll say this: some people over at our side, we like to tune into the restreams of Eli, and we like to laugh and at Eli. Okay, that's cheap entertainment. But here's the thing. None of us over here ever, never threatened, harm, never made criminal threats to Eli. At least us over here can be proud of that. We at least have some brains to us. Yes, I on occasion open my big mouth. I called some people some names. Okay. I gave my opinion. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit there and say things like J-Rom, Coach J. Hey, Sabrina. Feel better now, okay? Yeah, it is fucked up, Barbara. It is fucked up, and I'm not going to sit there and support people making them. And for the record, I never supported Coach J. For other reasons, and he's a piece of shit. And I'm not going to get into that. The reasons why. All right. But I've heard an earful about Coach J and his wife. And I really don't want anything to do with that, his behavior. Okay? So if if he's restreamed and criticized, so if Eli is criticized on this platform, so be it. Okay? This is YouTube. All right? So if Eli is criticized or called out and or restreamed, I have no issue with that. Okay? Just saying. But when you go into criminal territory, that's when right is right and wrong is wrong comes in. All right? Now Coach Jay is absolutely wrong, along with Tammy. Now we're going to get into Tammy in a minute. But Tammy's no better. Now, that lawsuit that's pending, I don't know what's going to happen, but I think it's going to be dismissed. Tammy doesn't have a case. I know that for sure. So I think it's going to be dismissed on Tammy's end. Now, as regard to Eli's countersuit, I don't know. It'll probably be dismissed at both ends. I don't know what the judge will do. If he'll get partial damages. As I said last night on my live stream, how do you calculate damages? All right. How do you calculate damages for a YouTube channel? It's kind of difficult, isn't it? To calculate damages based on donations and ad revenue because it's not consistent enough. So the $10,000 that Eli is countersuing for, who knows if he'll get all of it, none of it. But there's also the possibility that the judge will sit there and say, Tammy, you wasted my time in my courtroom. Your complaint is frivolous. And your complaint is dismissed. Or they could find that both of them are at fault. Well, Witchy, that's a technicality the courts are going to have to decide at this point. Now we're going to yeah, Barbara. Yeah, $10,000. Let me put up the I have tonight I took a few screenshots of the portal of the complaints, which I was too lazy to do last night. So just give me a second and we're gonna take a look-see. So just give me a second. Not this one. This is the okay countersuit I need. All right. So here we go. Here is the countersuit document. So this is the actual amount that Eli is countersuing for. It's $10,000. So I'm showing actual receipts. So the case will be taking place in San Mateo County, California on March 18th. Oh, yeah, Barbara. I remember that. I remember that incident. Oh, yeah. I remember that incident. When he tried to extort Jamie out of thousands of dollars. Oh, yeah. He even has a clip of that. So, yeah, and we all know Eli is unable to keep his trap shut about anything. And he has to, and he's kind of like Slamber in a way. He has to respond to everything. It's so here we go. Let's enlarge that a little bit, the 10,000. So why does the plaintiff owe the defendant money? That's question A. Business identity theft with the intent of intentional infliction of emotional distress. Lots of supporting documentation is attached to this filing. So, B, when did this happen? If no specific date, give the time period. So he's stating June 1st of last year through February 20th of this year. All right. How did you calculate the money owed to you? Which is a good question in this form. The plaintiff has created business identity theft of my business. Okay. So anyone that's watching the replay is going to ask themselves, what business? We all know that Eli probably doesn't make much money. We all know he's, in our opinions, it's he's an obvious failure. So, what business, so to speak? Well, before we get to that, we're gonna I'm gonna show the next okay. So Tammy tried to get this countersuit dismissed. All right. So here we go again. So this is the document. This is one of Tammy's motions to dismiss. So she's asking the court to dismiss the counterclaim due to Mr. Malice not asking for payment via the legal methods, phone, in person, blah, 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 harassment. So I asked for this order because I was not legally notified of the counterclaim and it's being used for harassment. Excuse me, Tammy, you little weasel. Used for harassment? Isn't your whole lawsuit against Eli harassment, being used for harassment purposes? So you filed a motion with the court for dismissal because you weren't legally notified of the counterclaim, which is bullshit, because you were served a copy of the counterclaim. Okay? You're being served. All right? You were served a copy of this counterclaim. All right? So you're being legally notified, you dumbass. So you file an order? You're filing a motion with the court? With this bullshit? I was not legally notified of the counterclaim. And you file this lawsuit for harassment purposes. So now you're projecting what you did, in my opinion, to the court. You dumbass. So hey, Jason. So, Tammy, let me give you a clip for that, shall we?
All the time. Right now, we've lied several times.
All right.
Actually, Miss Martinelli, you are outrageous. You sound like a fool.
I don't, because I know what I'm saying.
Are you trying to sound like a fool? You sound like a fool.
I'm trying to sound what it is.
You sound like a fool.
That's your opinion.
No, my opinion's the...
Yup, you sound like a fool, Tammy. And I'm going to predict the judge in your case is probably going to say something like this. All right? He'll probably say the judge will probably say it to Eli too. At times, I don't know.
There's no such person.
Hey, now I want you to uncross your arms and listen to me carefully. This crap that you gave me is not evidence.
So, question number 4 is not evidence. Oh, dear. You know, it's... So news to everyone. This motion was denied by the court. Okay. So when it comes to Tammy's argument, Eli no longer owned the license, never owned a business license. Now, whenever she can get money for lost revenue, that's for a judge to decide. Yep. Absolutely, Barbara. And here's my take legally on the business license issue. So Tammy applies for a business license in the state of California, where Eli lives. All right. She doesn't. So Tammy lives in Florida. So why wouldn't Tammy, a reasonable person, right, trying to start up a business, why wouldn't she file for a business license in her state? Because she's trying to harass Eli? That makes more sense than so the judge will probably consider her intentions when applying for that business license. If I was the judge, all right, I'd ask that same question. Why didn't you apply for a business license in your own state? Why did you have to apply for a business license in California when you don't even live there, for fuck's sakes? That's what don't make sense here. So you want to come up with this elaborate troll, Tammy, okay, with the business license that expired on Eli's end, okay? Paperwork technicality. But here's the thing. The judge probably can consider, in this case, that Eli did have a business license. The judge can consider that Eli had a business license with that very name. Now, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but I don't know if it's going to be a technicality, or YouTube's terms of service are going to kick in. I don't know. But so we're going to take a look at so Tammy's motion to dismiss was denied. So we're going to take a look at Tammy's complaint, shall we? So we're going to put up Tammy's complaint real quick on the screen, and just to show everybody. Okay, so just to show proof, show my receipts, Tammy is suing Eli for $2,500. Not for $5,000, not the maximum that you could sue for, $2,500. Okay? That's the amount that Tammy's suing for in small claims court. All right? So her complaint when she originally sued, was fraudulently taking down my YouTube channel, Genuine Networking Association, causing loss of income and monies raised for domestic violence. I have attached my California business license and federal EIN number for this business. He claims I was impersonating him and his business. Well, Tammy, newsflash, you were impersonating his business or former business. Now, if he was making any money or he was a total failure at his business as it is our opinion over here. Our opinion is Eli was a failure at that business because we never seen any proof he was making any money at that business whatsoever. So, but it's the point that it's a thought that counts, maybe. So here's what happened. Eli struck Tammy's channel down on YouTube. Okay? Eli is known for putting in strikes. He even threatened to strike my channel down or to strike my lives if I restreamed him. Well, that's a common threat that Eli makes. And it's common knowledge that Eli frequently threatens to what do you call it? Threatens to sue people. Common knowledge. Okay. So Tammy decides, well, let's troll Eli by impersonating or cloning his business or his former business. Okay? Or his former employer or whatever you want to call it. All right? So this is Tammy's complaint to the court. It's very short. I didn't show the whole thing because I don't want to dox anybody. But here's the thing, everyone. I'm not gonna sit there and censor her website when we get to it. So we're going to get to the so Eli filed a motion, the same type of motion to dismiss the lawsuit at first, and we're going to put that up next. Damn, where are you? Oh, here we go. Duh. So you got a point there, Witchy. You got a point there, but let me just put this up real quick before I answer you. All right. So this is the motion that Eli filed to get the Tammy's lawsuit dismissed. And that was denied too. So it's okay for Eli to threaten people, but when someone fires back, it's not okay. Well, Witchy, here's the thing. Eli threatens to strike people, which is actually reporting people on this platform. I'm not gonna sit here and condone that. But or he sits there and I'm not sitting here condoning or supporting Eli's behavior. This is not the point of this live. It's Eli's behavior. It's a totally different subject. But what I'm saying is Tammy's behavior, J-Rom's behavior, and them freaks over there is no better. You know, it's getting to the point too. And you got a point there, Witchy. And you do got a point. And Witchy Nicole does have a point. All right. So here is the order that was denied. So the motion that was denied. So I asked the court to make the following order. So Tammy is suing me, Miss Hess, for an action YouTube took on her channel that violated YouTube's terms of service regarding impersonation. I have attached 13 pages to explain more in great detail regarding why I'm requesting the court to dismiss this case. Number 4, I asked for this order because I do not feel safe being around Miss Blank. She has been bullying and harassing me online and has used this case to further her bullying, harassment, and stalking. I further explain this in the 13-page document I have attached to this SC-105 form. So this motion to dismiss was denied too. So they're going to duke it out March 18th. They're going to duke it out before a judge. All motion to dismiss by both parties has been denied. And Tammy thought it was cute to file a motion to appear by Zoom. Oh, okay. Okay, Barbara. And we're going to get to that. And we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. So the website that Eli has for his so-called business or trying to make some money is still up on the internet. All right. I'm just going to point that out. So that could be considered by the judge too. It's hard to predict these cases. Anything can happen in a court of law. So we're gonna show. Let me see if we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got them all. So yeah, Jason, I'd agree, but here's the thing. Tammy's the one who sued, not Eli. But yeah, if you were the judge, I'd probably do something similar. You know, but I also said in my live last night, it's not smart to abuse the legal system in this way or any way. Because we all remember what happened to Robbie, right? He got a false restraining order filed against him without any proof. Now, I'm not going to sit there and claim Robbie was innocent of not talking shit, but the claims in the restraining order application have not been proven. So that was a total abuse of the legal system, and it wasn't smart. And Robbie was nice enough to file charges. So if you abuse the legal system in that way and you're found out to be a liar, a cheat, guess what? Your victim can sue or file charges depending on the circumstances. So if you lie to a judge, you file false statements, you can get charged with this shit. Use your brains, people. It's not smart to troll using this legal system, period. It's not smart to make false reports to CPS. It's not smart to file false police reports to the police. It's even a crime to lie to the police. It's called obstruction of justice or filing a false police report. And some of these people, they call themselves true crime they call themselves, they say they come from a true crime community. They should know this shit. Damn. Okay, Barbara, yeah, but it's still abusing the system, Barbara. All right. At the same time, it's still an abuse of the system. All right. Let's evaluate the next piece of evidence, the website. Okay? So let's go to the clone website. All right? So here we go. Here is the fake website. All right. So welcome to the GNA. We are people helping people. Really? Are you gonna put this bullshit? So get to know us. We started a small group of friends and quickly realized that we are more than that. We realized that we were a life coach, a fitness coach, retail workers, truckers, moms, dads, nurses. Oh, please. So we have meet our executive team. Founder, CEO, certified life coach. I'd like to see your license, Tammy. You know, this is the same thing as Eli claiming to be a bona fide life coach. You know? So she claims, so Tammy is claiming that she is certified. Okay, Tammy, prove it. Prove that you are certified as a life coach. Because as of now, all I see is you're a certified troll. And we have Gemma Grace, neurodiversity service coordinator, blah, blah, blah. Guess what finger I'm holding up? So here we go. General networking, meet me personals, life coaching, tutoring, and insurance, service coordination from mental health to domestic violence, We can help coordinate with services to help you find a loved one in your area. Are you serious, Tammy? Are you serious? So when she filed her court papers, she said she was raising money for domestic violence. So I'd like to see receipts, Tammy, on money going to a domestic violence shelter or an actual charity that helps domestic violence victims. So if you were actually doing that, Tammy, congrats for doing something good. But so here's the thing. So let's look at number 3, shall we? Struggling with life or education, meet our founder and CEO, Tammy Hess. Tammy Hess is a certified life coach and teacher with her bachelor's. I think that's BA, right? In secondary education. All right. Tammy is also licensed to sell health and life insurance in several states. Email her today for more information. Really, Tammy? That's what Eli used to do, sell insurance. If everyone didn't remember that fact. He used to tell everyone that he failed selling insurance. So Tammy is bragging that she's licensed to sell health and life insurance in several states. Come on here. This is a big troll. Oh, she has Witchy. Okay. So she has shown her certification. Can you put that in the in the chat, please, Witchy? Can you put her certification in the chat for people that might not because it's kind of questionable when I read this because I'm saying, okay, from my perspective, okay, Eli used to sell insurance, so she's claiming she sold insurance. So I like to see her certification and her license that she's okay. She can sell insurance. Oh, okay, that's fine, but I just want to see receipts, you know. I just want to see, you know, something to show, you know. I just don't know if this is just a joke or it just sounds too. This whole part just sounds real. And not just only that, Coach J. Rom had his name on this. Okay. So Coach J. Rom had his name on this, and suddenly he takes his name on. Oh, Witchy Nicole. Okay. It was on the channel that went down. All right. Can you gather that up for me? Can you gather up some of the stuff? I just want to get to the truth here. So Let's go to the next page, shall we? Oh, okay, JT. Thank you. Thank you so much. Because it just seems like a big coincidence here. All right. So now here we have her selling merch. Okay. So here's her little, a link to her little store here. So everyone can see. Oh, okay, JT, thank you. It's a real one. All right. I just want to make sure, because when I read this website earlier, I said, what? What the hell's going on? So apparently here, J-Rom has taken himself off this website even more since Jamie went live. So I guess he's hanging Tammy out to dry. So I looked and looked and looked, and I couldn't find J-Rom anywhere listed. So before, it had him under the contact info on the site. Oh, really? My goodness. Okay, JT. All right. So she's definitely trolling Eli. I was just wondering if she was telling the truth on her website or that she was just trolling Eli on her website too. You know, it just. Yeah, just like anyone can become a preacher online, just by taking a little course, you know? There's several in this community that did it just to show that Milton, just how fraudulent Milton was back in the day. Anyone can get a preacher certificate. So I'm sure anyone can get a life coach certificate. Look at MGL. She got her certificate, her life coaching certificate, and she's a train wreck. So just because you have what you call a life coach certificate doesn't mean you're any good. Good night, JT. Thank you for coming. Oh, really, Barbara? Okay. So Eli has not gotten a certificate. Okay. You know, it's yeah, getting certified to do some things is not hard to do. You know, we learned that last year, and so Tammy is, in my opinion, trolling Eli, and this lawsuit is just, when she filed a lawsuit, I just said, wait, couldn't she pick another name and another logo for business if she actually was a life coach and a teacher and she was licensed to sell insurance? You know, couldn't she just pick another name? She had to put Coach J. Rom on her website. Yeah, talk about the irony, you know? Talk about the irony, you know? It's like, so Coach J. Rom is deciding, well, it's been swell. I'm out. So he takes his contact information out. In my opinion, if he's taking out his information, it's probably his website. You know, it's probably his idea. And Tammy and whatever her name is just went along with it. So because Eli had the name, because Eli had that name of his business, or his failure of a business, whatever you want to call it. So a judge is going to decide whether Tammy had the right to use his business name, his logo, and whatever else. Even if Tammy's credentials pass out, yeah, Jamie did a stream, so, and he caught that on the website, so he probably was watching, and he took some more info out. He says, oops, didn't take it all out. You know, it's ironic on how that happens. It's totally ironic, you know. It's, you try to take your fingerprints off something, and it's like, oops, didn't totally take your fingerprints off it, but it's been captured and recorded, Coach J. So why would you bother doing it now? Is the question. You've been already caught. You've been already caught being a scum bucket. You've been already caught threatening to cause physical harm to Eli. So what's the use at this point? It doesn't really make a difference. So you think because you're big and tough that you could sit there and break all these crimes. Aw, poor thing. Yeah, he did. How many was it, Witchy? I forget how many Eli claimed he did and privated. Was it 4, 5, 6? I don't really buy anything J-Rom has to say at this point. If he's sitting there threatening to go to California and doing whatever to him, that's going too far. I'm sorry. It's just like passing out the flyers of him being the P word. That's just as disgusting. All right? That's just as disgusting and depraved. I don't care who you are. They done it to Jamie. They tried to call me the P word, and I had to debunk it. And they said, oh, then they settled on the rumor that I beat my mommy. Crap. Which is totally false. I had I have a live on members only saying why I got arrested and what happened. But I don't owe my haters anything. And Witchy, it doesn't matter if Eli invited him to California. Okay? Well, he might be. Hey, Blue Skies. Well, I agree. He probably shouldn't have said that. But here's the thing. It doesn't excuse him from making threats like that. So if J-Rom wants to continue his little threat making, Eli has every right to go to his courthouse and get an RO on him. As long as Eli has the recordings of him making the threats. As long as he goes to the courthouse and has the applicable proof of someone making threats like that, that's not a waste of the court's time. It's sad it comes to this on this platform, but Barbara, they've been privated. I'd like to see that too. I'd love to see that. Yeah, so Eli claims that he screen recorded the threats with OBS. And if he doesn't stop, he's going to go to the courthouse tomorrow. So that's what he claims. Absolutely, blue skies. Absolutely. I don't have to say anything. It's no one's business. But at the same time, blue skies, I wasn't going to sit there and be called the P word. I was going to debunk that 1, 2, 3. You know? Because that's a dangerous accusation to say. And that came from Natasha Cooper. Someone who never shows proof of anything. Yep, Eli does have to prove it, would she? Oh, yeah, I agree with you, Barbara. It's Eli's job to prove it. And we all know how he does his live streams. He goes for a walk. But I'm saying if it's true. And Coach J-Rom is the type that would do that. Just saying. I even told Eli today, I'm not here to support you. I don't agree with Eli. Probably 95% of the time. Or 98% of the time. Oh, I hear you, Barbara. So you've been married 23 years. You never sent nudes out, even to your husband. And that didn't stop Eli from spreading that rumor, though. Yeah, I believe you. Oh, I believe you. It's yeah, it's so I'm just saying if it's true what Eli's saying, I'm not sitting here. I'm not going to sit there and we all know how he is. We all know how Eli is. Oh, really, Blue Skies? The Tragedy Pimps are live tonight? Damn. Ooh. Ouch. Yeah, I wouldn't even condone that behavior. For Eli, it's wrong is wrong, right is right. It's just I like to see Eli show some proof. It's because he's all over the place half the time. Barbara, I can understand you and Witchy's skepticism on this. I never heard him. I don't even go over to his I don't even go to J-Rom's channel because I know what a scuzz bucket he is. Oh yeah, I hate that autocorrect. I hate that thing. It is the devil. It's Yeah, that thing drives me insane. That's why, Barbara, when I go, most of the time when I go on a live, when I go on Jamie's live in his chat, I crank up my computer, or I go into sirens. I crank up my computer. Same thing with Moon or Lindsay. It's just an utter pain in the ass to use my tablet or a phone because that autocorrect. Oh, it's like if I'm just watching something, I'll just go on the tablet or the phone or something, or just turn on the TV. But I learned one thing for sure: never mod with the phone. Never mod with the phone. It's like I can't even do it. I never can mod with the mobile device. Maybe that's why yeah, so I just wanted to speak out tonight on some of the things I heard on Jamie's restream. It was like, ouch. And I do believe that J-Rom would be making threats like that. It's just Eli has a track record, as Barbara pointed out, of getting over emotional about things and not telling the truth either. So it's and the number one thing Eli said, he said, put a 1 in the chat if you think that J-Rom and a bunch of these others doing this is they're mentally ill. But here's the thing that he's delusional about. Here's the thing Eli is delusional about. There's something mentally wrong with him too. Excuse my French. We've all heard his sexist remarks. We all heard his racist remarks. We all heard his cringe opinions on things. He couldn't even get HIV/AIDS information correct. Things that you can do your research on or ask a medical professional in this community. There's plenty of nurses or doctors you could ask these questions to if you have any questions from the online material. So if I have any medical questions about a medication, I'll probably ask Siren because he's a pharmacist. If I have questions about a medication, I'll ask Siren. And if I have a medical question, I'll probably ask one of the nurses in this community. Oh, yeah, and his paranoia. Witchy. We all heard his paranoia and we all seen what he did to Mr. and Mrs. Scott. We all seen that with our own two eyes. He thought that the PT Cruiser was the cause. When it wasn't even the cause, What do you mean by that, Blue Skies? What do you mean? Listening to lives and don't really hit you? Oh yeah, Witchy. It's either when I'm listening to a replay or restream of Eli, it's like either my jaw drops, did he just say that? Or it's laughter. It's, or did he just do that? Or did he just give that advice? It's just in my opinion with Eli, I just think there's this double standard that's there and he's delusional. Oh, Blue Skies. You mean listen, but don't go into chat that much or whatever? Yeah, I have no problem with that. Yeah, because a lot of people, because some people in this community, they miss my live, and I just say, okay, that's fine. There's always the replay button. You can always watch replay and support me. Or you can always send me a Cash App or PayPal or super chat me or or send me a donation after the replay through YouTube. Oh yeah, Barbara. Oh, absolutely, Barbara. Yeah, because the time I look into things because I went to the portal. I went to the San Mateo County portal and I looked shit up. I don't take even friends' word for shit. You're welcome, Sarah. I'm just saying if J-Rom is actually threatening Eli. I'm just speaking out tonight because a lot of people lie on here. A lot of people have different points of view. So if someone tells me someone's talking shit about me or someone else, I go check it out for myself. Because it could be nothing. It could be something big. You know, it's one night in chat, it was like, okay. So I went over and checked it out before I even restreamed it, because I don't know if it was a replay that was being watched or if it was happening live. I don't know that, Barbara. I don't react to things until I've seen the evidence. Because you're right. So many people damn fucking lie on here. It isn't even funny. So I seen enough evidence on this Eli lawsuit to actually say something about it. The only thing I got wrong was that Tammy had actual credentials. I was actually doubting that because okay, it seemed to match Eli's credentials, or so-called credentials that he claims he has. So it seemed to be a double troll on the website. So that just seemed, that's just what it looked like, you know. That's just what it appeared to be. So, yeah, and I demand proof of everything. You know, it's, because I've been lied to so many times on here, it isn't even funny. Oh, I would too, Barbara. But here's the thing, that J-Ron keeps privating shit or deleting his lives. So 100%, Barbara. You don't go over, you don't hit the live button and start threatening to go to California or whatever, and or wherever, and threaten to go harm someone. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. So Eli is telling the truth in this case. All right. So I'd like to see proof of that, Sarah, for video. I'd actually like to see Barbara would like to see proof of this. So I would love to see proof of it too, because yeah, it is lame to private it. It is lame to private it, Blue Skies, you know. If you're gonna threaten someone, at least leave it up. But I'm not the type of person to sit there and do it in the first place, because I value my freedom. I'm not going to sit there and start doing something illegal on this platform just because I hate someone. Yeah, the truth sometimes is the truth, Sarah, and it kind of hurts more sometimes than the lie that some people tell. That's why some of these people, they hate people like me, they hate people like Jamie, because they know that the truth will be told and they will get called out on their bullshit. And then they get their feelings hurt. So then they have to huddle up in the group. They had to huddle up in their little group and say, we got to discredit these people. They're telling the truth about us. They're telling the truth about us. They come with receipts. These people come with receipts. So they had to come up with, oh, Bill beats his mommy. He's no person to talk. Oh, Jamie's the P word when it's not true. You remember how many times people said that? Then they say, oh, Jamie's this. Then they have to call him, and they have to go after him for his sexuality, which I don't see. In my mind, it doesn't have any bearing on truth telling. They just have to try to get him to shut up, which Jamie's never going to shut the fuck up. So why do they even try? Why don't they just tell the truth? You know, it's getting to the point where you have Natasha Cooper over there scamming her subs. You have Street Rat. Oh, scamming malicious little twat waffle. Then you have Slamber. Oh, crying victim. It's been ridiculous for a very long time. And then they tell me to mind my own business because I have an opinion. Oh, this don't concern you. You're a male. Yeah, I don't even go over their blue skies. You know, I don't even go look for it in Natasha's channel. I'm not interested. You know, it's the only times I go over there is either when I'm mentioned, which was I think twice, or someone over here is being mentioned. You know, when I have to listen in. Because I remember the last time I was over at Natasha's was when she was putting up revenge porn. And I had to see for myself what she was doing. Yeah, that day her stream went down. Yeah, I remember that day. That was the last time I was at Natasha's. That was the last day I was at Coop's channel. Barbara, I don't know who's the worst. But she sure knows how to but Scotty here's the thing with Scotty, she's digging her own grave right now. Let's see, Scotty's fighting with TT. She was always fighting with Street Rat. Let's see, is there anyone that she gets along with that she can go in their chat and belong? Or has Scotty burned all her bridges already? At least what you could say about us is a lot of us is at least we have homes. on YouTube. At least a lot of us decent people, we have, at least we have homes with decent people. You can't say that about Scotty. If she does have a home left, besides her own channel, it's probably someone sleazy. I'll tell you that right now. So she just started fighting with TT. So yesterday she was fighting with everyone in Lauren's chat. That was pretty cringe. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, she does that. So what has Susie done to Skanky Pants? Call her out a few times for being a bitch? You know, it's because I remember when Skanky was fighting with Tiffany. Hey, Jack. Because I remember when Tiffany was fighting with Miss Skanky, and they were posting each other's messages. I saw my name in the messages. I was like, whoa, Skanky. So what happened was Tiffany posted my info, whatever you want to call it, and was trying to get Skanky to bite. Yeah, and the trolls were really, last night in Lauren's chat, were really hungry. Yeah, I call her Skanky. Yeah, I call her Skanky Pants. She should probably use that new bathroom she scammed off of subs to take a shower. Just saying. Hey, Navigator. You know, it's one scam after the other with Skanky Pants. It's one scam after the other and one fight after the other. But here's the thing. At least I can go into Jamie's chat or Moon's chat or Lindsay's or anyone else's that's friendly. And at least I can get along with people. Can't say that about Miss Skanky. She fights with everybody. There's something wrong with her. There's something morally wrong with Skanky, and it's been. And then she makes up, oh, this one docks my niece. This one docks this one. This one docks that one. And she can't even show proof of shit. Yeah, I remember the day. Oh, yeah. It's nothing but negative, Sarah. She's nothing but negative. At least you come to my channel and I'm nice to everybody. She's not nice to anybody. And she lets the worst of the worst in her chat, or they were. Can I remember the time when I went over and I listened for a few minutes And she was saying, don't you dare go after Lufa. Don't you dare go after my Lufa. But now they're fighting. And I don't really care. Yeah, Jamie never doxed her niece. He never did. He never did it. And she never proved it. And then I remember the time that she went over at Jamie's when I was on Jamie's panel, and she couldn't even send Jamie receipts that even meant something. They were like, who cares? They're like big nothing burgers. And I says, this is all you got on Sarah? Get a grip. Don't come over here and accuse Sarah of some things that she hasn't done or you don't have proof of. You shit-stirring bitch. It's the same thing Tiffany did when she accused Sarah of taking one of her channels down. I remember that incident pretty well. I remember that incident. She blamed Sarah and had absolutely no proof of it. And then Tiffany was overly emotional about it, trying to have someone else ban Sarah from Jamie's chat, when she had a wrench herself and she could have done it herself. So that showed me what kind of person Skanky Scotty is. That showed me what she was. So yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. Blue skies. Well, she's not. I'm not going to say Sarah's innocent. Nobody's innocent around here. But don't sit there and blame Sarah and for everything. Don't blame Moon for everything. Don't blame Lindsay for everything. Don't blame Jamie for everything. Don't blame me for everything. Because I'm not going to be your fucking scapegoat, haters. None of us are going to be your fucking scapegoats. You do your when you do your fuckery, you better own it. All right? And if we get proof you actually did it, we're putting you on blast. Oh, thank you, Blue Skies. Thank you so much, because all I did with the Johnny thing was I asked questions. And he faked a medical emergency. And in a way, I had to see for myself how Johnny was. I didn't want to in a way, I was like in denial at first. It's not that I didn't believe Sarah or Jamie or this one or that one. Yeah, I had to walk away from Johnny too. But I think deep inside my mind, my subconscious, I had to after I really think about it, I had to see for myself. So I went over. So I got the crazy idea. Let's give Johnny another chance to tell the truth. But guess what? I asked him a few questions and he went ballistic on his string. He started crying the victim. And guess what? He made himself look guilty and guilty. Well, he opened my eyes up. What did he do? He whined about me and Sarah for like over 30 minutes because we dared to question him about something Michelle K outed him for over at Retros. Damn. I think Sarah had every right to ask him about it. He always cries victim, Blue Skies. He always plays victim. But here's the thing over here. We're going to hold his feet to the fire when he lies or when he's caught scamming someone. One of us is going to hold his feet to the fire. But over on the other side, they don't do that. They'll let him scam. They'll let him lie. Oh, we'll just ignore it. They'll just ignore it. Plus, he thought, I think in his mind, he thought there was more money in it. Blue Skies, in my opinion, I think he's exaggerating himself with special needs. Just saying. Because I remember Barbara that. Here's what I remember. I remember a few times Jamie used to call him a liar. He was questioning on his own stream if he was actually telling the truth. And I was like, he was telling this totally unfeasible story of him at Cece's Pizza, is so-called interaction with the police. And it seemed unbelievable. So Jamie was like questioning him, and he was like, I 100% agree with you, Blue Skies. %. But here's the thing. Johnny knows what he's doing. He knows it is wrong. He doesn't give a shit. He's manipulative. Hey. He puts a lot of thought into this. I've heard no complaints, Navigator. I heard no complaints. He goes on their panels. He talks shit. Oh, that story. Mm-hmm. Probably bullshit, Sarah. I'd say bullshit. If I'd have to say so. Or totally exaggerated. Isn't that the truth, Blue Skies? You're talking crap everywhere. So he has clear enough mind to talk shit. He even was in he was even in a chat begging a street rat to help her take down the videos I made on him. I'm like, are you kidding me? You know, it was like, oh, it is disgusting, Navigator. It's disgusting. At least I don't bring in people. I don't talk about people's kids. I don't talk about their families. At least I have I draw that line in the sand when I at least I have at least I draw out lines in the sand. I don't cross this line. But unfortunately, they don't have standards, or it's like anything goes, you know, and yeah, sometimes you just have to listen, you know. I encourage people sometimes to go to these channels if they don't believe me, they don't believe Jamie, to go look for themselves. You don't have to comment in their chat. You don't have to say hello, TT. You don't have to be a fake bitch and say, I love you, TT, when you can't even stand the fucking crusty thing, you know? Just to see what she's saying, and if you want to see proof, you know, or get into context of what we're talking about. Yeah, Sarah, you got a point there. Things he wants to do, but he even got called out by his own sister while live. I was like, whoa! I never seen that. Oh, yeah, I remember that one, Sarah. The food stamp card usage in exchange for sexual favors. Oh, yeah. Then he takes out his rage out on Siren, and that's not fair. I'm sorry, but Eddie likes to go sing karaoke, and I think deep inside Johnny has no control in his life, so he has to sit there and control others that are. So Johnny has to control everything, and if he doesn't get his way, he sits there and says, "Oh, you can't." So he tells Eddie, "You can't go to Sirens. You can't go here." Mm-hmm. He's not a nice person. He's not a nice person. And then he suddenly complains that, "Oh, no. Nope, not that Eddie. The Eddie with special needs, Eddie." He goes on Siren. He used to go on Siren's channel. Do you remember him now, Blue Skies? Yeah, he got his face now. Yeah, I have no problem with Eddie. But apparently, Johnny gets his rocks off by controlling those who have a lower functioning that are lower functioning than he is. And that's totally disgusting. Yeah, and he fucked that up, Sarah, and that's really sad. And it's just because Johnny doesn't get his way. That's fucked up. And then he's complaining that he danced for YMCA. He danced YMCA. Oh, please. It was just a joke. Yeah, Johnny even scammed Eddie, so with the t-shirt. Oh yeah, sexual harassment, please. And we only gave him advice in chat. We weren't telling him who to talk to and who not to. Damn, you know, these allegations from Johnny, it's just getting ridiculous. So, I guess this one will be for Johnny.
Love it today.
Would Your Honor have a big, long stick handy? Preferably barbed.
I'm sorry?
I'd like to bend over and have it run up my ass to complete the experience of appearing before.
So I guess that will be Johnny speaking to the judge. trying to get out of he thinks he can sweet talk a judge, you know. Say, oh, you know, it's like he thinks he's above the law too, so I've been on for 2 hours, and I want to thank everyone for coming. So if you like my content, consider a donation, hit the thumbs up on the way out, and good night, everyone. See you next time.